welcome to Techie Teacher's World. Thank you for coming to my channel. Okay, as the school has just started, we're adapting to different systems. My school, we're doing a hybrid system. Some days they're online and some days they're offline. Okay, so I wanted to share my 5 games. My 5 games are used to get the children up and running for the class, for the session. It helps them also get excited to learn. Okay, you can do it throughout the first week of school, or even about 5 or 10 minutes before you begin your subjects. So I'm going to be sharing 5 games which could help you. There are different ideas you could get, but this will get you started to think of more creative things in which you can do with your children to get them excited to learn after a very long time. So now some of these games are also to help them familiarize themselves, to get to know each other, to get to know what's common about each other, and so many other things they'll gain just to get them happy to learn. Okay, so we're going to go there. I'll start now. So my number 1, this is not a new game. None of these ideas are originated from me. I got ideas from so many people and I adapted it to my own audience, which you can do to adapt them to your own audience. So the first game is the most popular, Scavenger Hunt. Yes. Now, Scavenger Hunt can be played in various ways, so many ideas and so many ways. Okay, but I'll just limit to the ones I actually do in my class. Okay, sometimes I could tell the especially for it range for different children from big to small. They could pick up random. You can name some random object, and the first, especially now that they're home, they're doing online class. The first child that is able to bring all the objects you have named in a specific time. So we have to time them. They have to be on their seat at 5 minutes or 5 seconds or 10 seconds. They have to be on the seat. So the first person to bring all the items to be able to collect all these items and sit down wins the game. There are other things you can do, and some that I have done. Sometimes I set objects with some specific sound, maybe especially for the little children. Maybe you could pick the sounds. This is search their house or around them to pick any object, to bring back any object with sound. I could also do numbers. I do numbers, I could do sounds, or even objects that describe them and that best describe who they are. Just like our mystery bag, they just bring any object that I can identify themselves in, something like that. So those are. Then for older children, I mostly would do riddles. Yes, riddles. You could use riddles to describe an object and just let them go out and look for it. That's very exciting. And this work for even adults. Yes, you could. Okay, maybe I give an example. Let me take something very obvious. Keep your one inside your shoes, and I always come in pairs. Of course, that's a sock. So the first, so everybody rush to go and get it. You could give any other riddle. There are so many umbrella, anything. You could give different kind of, just you have to write it down. So when you say it immediately, you tell them when it's time for them to get up. At the count of, you count them, and they all rush out, excited to go and get it, because obviously it's not something so difficult to decipher. They all know that this is what you're talking about. So we're looking at the first to bring it there, or sometimes for adults, you can do the last to sit down with the object is out of the game. At least we can take that. So that's it. My number 2 is turn on your camera. Yes. Now this is a game where you tell the children, okay, I think I use this mostly to find out things that the children have in common, or to get to know them more as a group, as a community. So you could ask them, okay, those that like to, or who loves mathematics here, or who loves to eat spaghetti, or who likes to play ball, or if a girl here that loves to play football, turn on your camera, and only those that can specify to what you're saying, those are the ones that turn on their camera, and they all see each other, and we move on to the next. Okay, the third one is guess the phrase or number. Now, how I play this game is I have to mute myself and talk. Now, I have to, first of all, I tell them if I'm going to be saying a phrase or a number. And so they're going to guess what phrase or number by just looking at my lips. I'll mute my mic and say it as loud as I can, or move my lips as much as I can so they can try to get. And anybody that has an idea puts up their hand or click on the hand button, and they tell me what they think I've said. And that goes on. It could be very funny because people say a lot, people imagine a lot of things. And that also gets them really excited. Very good. Number 4 is Pictionary. Now, this is fun. It's just a game where you use either your whiteboard on any online platform you're using, the whiteboard. You try to draw. So as you start the drawing, children begin to give you a guess on what they think the end result will be, what they think you're drawing, and they keep guessing until someone almost gets it or guesses it right, or you sometimes you could give a clue, but they watch you draw and try to guess what you're drawing before you get to the end of your drawing. Okay, that's also a nice game to play with them, just to make it's just a fun thing to do. Okay, my number 5 is finally what is in the box. So there are many I could think of, but this 5 I just want to present what's in the box. And in this case, I can use various boards. Now, this game is really intense, or rather, it brings out a lot of things from the children, lot of questions from the children. It helps them to teach them how to ask questions thereabout. Now, I could use any kind of box, a shoebox, a make jewelry box, uh, any box at all, a big box in your house. Now, what you do is to put something into the box. You can take any item at all, a bottle, water bottle, a tissue paper, a spoon, whichever item you put. Now, the children goes here asking you questions, trying to figure out what you have in the box. And all you do is to answer yes or no. So if you answer yes, they continue in that direction. And if you answer no, they think of something else. So if I ask, is this something used in the kitchen? And I say yes, okay. Is this something we eat with, or something we cook with, or is it something? And they just keep asking, and I'll just keep saying yes or no until they narrow down to what exactly you have put into that box. And at the end, the person that guesses it right is always excited. Everybody's excited, trying to ask different questions. But in all the games we play, always so always remember to learn, teach, and have fun. But most importantly, before you even start any gaming class, make sure you lay down the ground rules so that the game is organized and the children don't go haywire. So at the end of the day, they would be happy. You do it in a limited time, and you'll be able to still pass your message to them. So I hope you found this useful, that you can create your own games out of this, or um, do more from this. Okay, leave a comment on the comment section telling me other games you have played in class, and let's all share ideas together. If you have enjoyed this, remember to subscribe, and thank you very much.